Listen up, Canada. This is not a drill. What just went down yesterday in Paris on June 12th, 2026 is straight up confirmation of everything I've been warning about. Mark Carney just stepped out of a closed-door meeting with Emmanuel Macron, and he dropped a nuclear bomb on every single Canadian.
As the President mentioned a few weeks ago at the European Political Community in Yerevan, I was honored to attend, and I said at that meeting that I believe that the next world order will likely be built out of Europe, and Canada will be part of that effort.
Did you hear that, folks? Because he said it plain as day. Canada will be a part of that effort. Not might be, not we'll discuss it. Will be. With no referendum and no input from you, the people whose country this actually is. No vote and no debate, just surrender. This is unilateral treason against Canadian sovereignty, and it's happening right now. The globalist machine is shifting into high gear, and our so-called Prime Minister, Mark Carney, is slamming the gas pedal, with Emmanuel Macron riding shotgun. This isn't diplomacy, folks. This is a hostile takeover announcement. And Carney has been beating the New World Order drum for years. Multiple times, he's openly called for it. Like this one from earlier this year, where he used pauses for emphasis.
I believe the progress that we have made in the partnership sets us up well for the New World Order.
Now, he's teaming up with Macron, saying that Canada and France are locking arms to build this thing together. Middle powers uniting to crush any nation that dares to put its own people first. This is the globalist counterattack, and your country is the prize. Remember his fake election elbows up campaign against Trump? At Davos, he called Trump's policies a rupture in the world order.
We understand that this rupture calls for more than adaptation. It calls for honesty about the world as it is. We are taking the sign out of the window. We know the old order is not coming back. We shouldn't mourn it. Nostalgia is not a strategy. But we believe that from the fracture, we can build something bigger, better, stronger, more just. This is the task of the middle powers.
Then, 5 months later, he's in New York proclaiming Trump's own slogan to make America great again.
Canada Strong will help make America great again.
Classic globalist flip-flop. Say whatever sells, then sell out your own people. These guys have zero principles. They lie to your face while they sell you out. But let's connect the deeper dots here, because this isn't just about economics or alliances. This is about control, and the people pushing it have some very dark baggage. Mark Carney has been photographed hanging out with Ghislaine Maxwell, Jeffrey Epstein's right-hand recruiter of underage girls. These photos were taken in 2013 while he was the governor of the Bank of England. Emmanuel Macron met his wife Bridget when he was just 15 years old, and she was his 39-year-old married French teacher. Yes, you heard that right. He was 15 and she was 39. You know what that makes her, right? Now he's 48 and she's 73. Their relationship developed, and suddenly the young Macron lands a very high-paid gig as an investment banker at the Rothschild & C Bank. Yes, those Rothschilds. The same dynasty that ran the Bank of England, the exact bank Mark Carney later governed. Coincidence? Or the revolving door of elite power that we've seen time and time again? Macron openly says he wants to rule like a Jupiterian president, the god of gods. Arrogant doesn't begin to cover it. And Carney was handpicked by Bilderberg to run Canada like their own personal puppet. I successfully predicted that that would be the case over 2 years ago while I was covering Bilderberg in Madrid, Spain. That was 7 months before he officially announced his leadership for the Liberal Party. Stephen Harper attended the meetings in 2003, and then just 2 years later, this relatively unknown man became the Prime Minister of Canada. And in case you didn't know, Mark Carney was the governor of the Bank of Canada from 2008 to 2013, and he was also the governor of the Bank of England from 2013 to 2020. It seems that his next venture in life may be politics, as he seems to be looking for the position of Prime Minister of Canada, if, of course, these guys are going to allow it. These aren't elected representatives. They are selected assets. Now, here's what should make your blood boil. Carney just publicly commended Macron for rolling out the WEF agenda, tracking everything you say, see, hear, and share online. Protecting children, they claim, with social media bans for kids under 16.
I would like to commend you, President Macron, for the decisive action that you are taking to protect children online in France and now at the G7. And Canada is a full partner in this vital effort. Only 2 days ago, our government introduced legislation to hold social media platforms accountable, to establish amongst them a duty to protect and a duty to act responsibly, as well as introducing restrictions to social media for children under 16.
Protecting children? What, from these two? Give me a break. Macron literally married his former teacher in a relationship that started when he was a minor. Carney's been photographed hanging out with Ghislaine Maxwell, Jeffrey Epstein's right-hand recruiter. I reported last year on this bombshell, Canada's new Prime Minister Mark Carney and the pedophile network that controls him exposed. The pedophile network connections are staring us in the face. Yet these guys lecture the world about protecting kids while pushing digital IDs, censorship, and social credit systems. Hypocrisy on steroids, folks. How rich, coming from the very circles tied to that elite degeneracy. These elite circles are drowning in pedophile scandals, yet they lecture you about morality while they build the digital prison to control your kids. And it doesn't stop there. Carney was just caught in a secret Toronto meeting with Alex Soros and Barack Obama, plotting the next phase of this nightmare New World Order behind closed doors. This is not conspiracy theory anymore. This is open conspiracy, and they're accelerating it at warp speed. They're plotting the New World Order, building that better and more just future that they love to talk about. One where sovereignty dies, borders blur, and unelected technocrats run everything. None of these men can be trusted. Not Carney, not Macron, and not their globalist handlers at the WEF, Bilderberg, Epstein, and Rothschild networks. They're not hiding it anymore, guys. They're telling you openly. Your country, your voice, and your future is all being folded in to their European-led vision, whether you like it or not. Canada is being sold out in real time. Your freedom, your borders, and your children's future are all being fed into the European globalist meat grinder right now. So, we cannot wait. We cannot hope they change. This is the moment to stand up. Reject the New World Order loudly. Reject digital IDs. Reject online censorship. Reject every piece of this agenda. Support real sovereignty. And share this video far and wide like your country depends on it. Because it does. Please wake up. Rise up and fight back before it's too late, because the next phase of this agenda is here and time is running out. Thank you so much for watching. If you appreciate my efforts to bring you this information, please consider making a contribution at pressfortruth.ca/donate. You can find a link for that in the description below. So that's all for today, my friends. Stay vigilant, keep fighting the good fight, and stay tuned. I'm going to have more video reports coming soon, God willing. This is Dan Dix, reporting for Press for Truth. We all want truth. The truth will set you free.